in order to emphasize to you the importance of reference checking, if I had to pick between reference checking and interviewing, I would pick reference checking, right? I have actually made calls to candidates before when I'm hiring and said, I've actually already done the references and I would offer you a job. Would you come in and talk to me, right? Because, so for example, a technique that I will frequently do when I'm trying to evaluate for an important position is I'll see if I know 3 to 5 people that would know this candidate, and I'd send them an email saying, hey, I'm thinking about whether or not I should reach out to this person for this job. Give me a number from 1 to 10 on the person. Now, what I'm usually expecting as the negative reference is like a 7 or 7.5, which is I don't want to put something in an email that seems like I'm actually, in fact, saying this person's not good for it, because who knows where the email ends up. But I'll say something, and that's of course that's a negative. An 8 or a 9 is positive. Part of the reason why you do it for a number of people, because you kind of see what the blend is. A 10 or lower than a 7 will usually get a detailed response from me, because a 10 will be like, oh, you really think this is the best person in the world for this? Or one of the 2 or 3, right? As a way of kind of checking, and sometimes that's the answer, in which case you may move very fast. And if the person writes a 2 or 3, and if they're a close friend of mine, or they know that I would never forward this to anyone, because of course I wouldn't, then of course I understand that's the, oh God, radioactive, stay away. And that will guide even before I start interviewing. And in referencing, what you want to do is, if you haven't gotten to a negative reference on anyone in the world, you really haven't referenced enough. Sometimes you kind of say, look, I have enough good references that it's fine. Like, I'm sure there's a negative reference I can find my way to, but like even finding, unless I found out that they were an axe murderer or something, the overall balance of referencing is good enough that it's just like the expense of finding the negative reference is challenging. Everybody has a negative reference, right? And so, and sometimes you go, oh, right, that negative reference, like this person is really, really focused on intense process. Well, intense process, 6-person company, et cetera, that's a problem. Intense process, you're now scaling an operations center that really needs to never go down. Oh, actually, that could be a very good fit, right? So those are the kinds of things that you're doing. And referencing, like literally, lots of people say, oh, I reference, and they don't. Because they'll say, oh, Matt, who are the people I should call to let me know about you? Okay. And if Matt can't provide 1 or 2 people who would say good things, of course that's a negative tell. But most people can do that.